in a land divided by status and tradition. Charles, a young heir of a powerful aristocratic family in the capital, chose to walk away from a life of splendor. Not for rebellion, but for something deeper, a desire to find love untainted by wealth and title. Disguised as a common man, he journeyed to a small, forgotten village. There, fate intervened. He saved the life of an old man, a village elder, who was the head of one of the Major families. Grateful, the elder saw in Charles a noble spirit and offered him his beloved granddaughter, Lena, in marriage. But not all hearts in the home were welcoming. Lena's mother, blinded by riches, saw no value in a modest man. She schemed to unite her daughter with Kelvin, the flashy young master of the village, believing he held more promise. Yet the elder's word was final. Charles became a live-in son-in-law, living humbly in their home, enduring whispers and scorn in silence. But through kindness and quiet strength, he earned Lena's heart. In time, they welcomed twin children, a symbol of their growing bond. Still, Kelvin refused to give up. His jealousy burned, especially as Charles began to rise in influence, secretly backed by his powerful family, who purchased the village's leading company and made him its unseen CEO. Charles stayed in the shadows, letting his assistant manage affairs. He watched quietly, even as Kelvin tried to use this new power to tempt Lena's mother again, offering status in exchange for her daughter's heart. Faced with mounting pressure, Charles finally confessed the truth, that he was the heir to the capital's most noble family. But Lena didn't believe him. Hurt by lies and manipulation, she thought he was clinging to hope as her family business fell into ruin. Desperate, her mother pushed her to accept Kelvin's help, believing it to be their only salvation. Then came the day of reckoning. At a public village event, the unseen CEO finally appeared. Charles stepped out of a black car, elegant and calm, revealing his identity to the entire village. The crowd gasped. Lena's mother fainted. Kelvin was left in disgrace. But Charles wasn't there for revenge. On a quiet riverbank at sunset, Lena found him again. Tearfully, she asked for forgiveness. He held her, gently, with the same steady heart that had never left her side. Together, they rebuilt what was broken. Charles transformed the village, not with gold, but with vision, building a future that honored both tradition and love. In the end, it wasn't the bloodline or the wealth that made him noble. It was the man who stayed. Even when no one believed in him.